in the process, I resigned from my job and I started a training center to train young people on how to become employable and start businesses. And that was how my journey into becoming a business trainer and a highly sought after consultant across the African continent and the diaspora all started. So that's basically my journey in a short synopsis. But it's a journey of inspiration for me personally. And I always say that I am happy to live a life that the only option I have is to succeed. Because if I don't succeed, I'm going back to poverty. If I don't succeed, I'm going back to failure. If I don't succeed, I'm going back to a family that is struggling. So my only way is forward, and I have only one option to succeed. There's no option for failure. And that alone challenges me a lot. And secondly, to see that I contribute to other young people, because like me, there are many other young people, worse stories than mine, and they need the right platforms and resources and support to see that they can go places. And that's why all the businesses I've ever set up are all dedicated, to see how we can help young people and young professionals, entrepreneurs to become more successful in the path that they have chosen to do. And talking about the diaspora, as per your podcast mission, one of our projects is helping the diaspora invest back at home. So we have set up structures and platforms and ideas and try to connect diaspora people, investors to young entrepreneurs back at home to create that bridge to enable that there is that, that collaboration and effectiveness in the work that young people can do and the diaspora.
Thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate what you are doing. This is a good work that you are doing. But also, you have a very important story. People will say, this is, I do this, I do that, which is fine. But until you understand the story behind what they do, why they do what they do, you yet do not get the full implication of why they are standing up every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so powerful where you are coming from and the story behind it. I think I don't remember whether it was Mother Teresa who said there is no person in the world you couldn't love if you could listen to their story.
Exactly.
So story is really very powerful. Of course, we are not going to be talking about storytelling today. We are talking. It's just because we love it so much. We love it when we ask people about themselves, because behind each and every one of us there is a powerful story of where we are coming from and where we are going. And like you said, I want to borrow your words. There is no alternative. The only option you have is to succeed. That must be driven home. Thank you so much for that. I love it. I really enjoy it.
Thank you.
Now, talking of financial conversation, money, and all of that, I wanted to expand on it a bit in Cameroon, because right now you are in Texas, US, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, in Cameroon, tell me a bit about the platform that you have there related to income generation, money matter, or the idea related to how to generate money. All right, I'm asking this question because you see, in Africa, all across Africa, the idea of mindset is almost natural for us. We must understand that this idea of self-sustenance, self-sufficiency is not new to us at all. It's just that we need to repackage it so that people understand that it has been part of us all along. So help me understand that within the area that you are working in, what structure is available there to sort of repackage this old idea and repropose it to young people in Cameroon and, of course, in other part of Africa?
Yeah. Well, I think the repackaging has been done already in the name of entrepreneurship. I mean, it's a buzzword now everywhere where you get to hear people talking about, I want to become entrepreneur, entrepreneurship seminars here and there, angel investors, innovations, and all of that. All of this have been repackaged already. And I think that from business trainers to consultants to schools, they are all doing their best in Cameroon to see that young people adopt this and do it in a much better way. And even like when you look at the Ministry of Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises in Cameroon, they are doing their best to see that they create a structure that can enable informal businesses to be fully converted into formal structured businesses that can grow, expand, and become successful. So I think it's a consistent thing that we need to do, because the more we do these things, we will be able to contribute to creating a strong economy that can provide employment to more people. There are so many people that are doing incredible stuff, but in an informal way, or in a way that cannot scale, cannot grow, and cannot create the needed impact in the community. Almost in every sector across Cameroon, and the same like any other African country, I've had the privilege to travel and do business in more than 15 African countries, and it's almost like the same thing. Sometimes you go to some countries, it's like you're still in your same in your own country. So, but that those structures, those platforms, those initiatives that can enable SMEs and informal businesses to convert and effectively become scalable, productive, sustainable businesses become very important. And that's why, like in our center, which is the first initiative I ever created, called the Center for Entrepreneurship, Leadership, and Business Management Development, is fully dedicated since 2012 to provide the technical resources, to provide the structures, to provide the coaching and everything that an entrepreneur needs in order to become self-sustainable and productive and scale, even right up to working with family-owned businesses. Because one thing that we have in Cameroon and in Africa is when the parents die, the business die a few weeks or a few months after, because parents don't know how to plan for succession, or they don't know how to transfer what they know and their processes to their kids so they can use these businesses and grow them and take them further. Like, how do we learn from the Jewish people to do what they do effectively? So these are things that we keep on doing, same as creating financial structures. In our end, we went further to also create a business financing agency to connect us to the work that we do at the training center, because when we're training entrepreneurs, some were able to start businesses from their savings, from family support, but some were still stranded. They had good ideas, but they were stranded. So how do we help them raise the money? So we started a small business financing agency to do this. We also went further to now start signing partnerships with financial institutions like banks and microfinance institutions to tell them that, hey, we have a pool of entrepreneurs that we have trained. We know them, we can do due diligence, we can link you guys together, you guys work together and see how to create a financing structure for them. At the same time, we have a project where we also reach out to the diaspora. By God's grace, due to the work I do, I am exposed to meet more Cameroonians, the diaspora, even other Africans, the diaspora. So we also create a structure where, how do we link startup entrepreneurs in Cameroon and other African countries to people in the diaspora who can be able to invest or even just support in the form of grants? In the US, $100 to somebody might actually mean nothing. In Cameroon, that is almost 55,000 francs, and that can be startup capital for a small restaurant or for a small business that somebody can start and scale later on. $500 can be little to you, but that is almost 250,000 francs that can start an incredible business and grow in the process. So we all have these structures that we have been working on in the last couple of years, and we are looking forward to see that we perfect them and create a better, robust system, an ecosystem that can really build more incredible companies from Cameroon. And why not export to the world? One of my dreams is they'll build Facebook from the US and export to Africa, build Apple and export to Africa. We need to be from Africa and export to the US. I think it's possible. So we can also do that. With the right system, we can achieve that.